This year has been far from normal, and as a result, the Publican Awards has had to adapt and pivot to reflect the realities of the situations you all face. The judging has been conducted in the virtual world, as will the event on March the 30th, where we'll be bringing you all the fun of the awards, but in your own homes. The aim of the awards this year has been to reflect on the outstanding ways in which businesses have flexed and pivoted to survive the crisis. No matter what has been thrown at them, the companies that make up all our finalists have not just rolled with the punches, but have adapted and in some cases even thrived. These are companies that not only worked hard to look after their businesses, but also their teams and the communities they serve. When we decided to press on with the Publican Awards, despite the challenges we were all facing, we were keen to use this event as a platform to learn together from some of the great things our finalists have done. What better way than to pick up some great insight and tips from some of the best operators in the business. So we put together these videos, and I'd urge you all to share these with your teams and colleagues, and hopefully they can help spread some inspiration ahead of the reopening in a few weeks and months. Thanks once again for the continued support from our category partners, who despite their own challenges have enabled us to carry on running this event in the face of such a difficult market. So enjoy, learn and share, and I look forward to being able to get into your sites in person before too long.
We are in Salt Beer Factory, one of our pubs and brewing brands based in Saltaire, which is West Yorkshire. So, the Ossett Brewery Group, we consider ourselves a progressive brewing and pub company. So the brewing is made of two brands, which are Ossett Brewery, founded in 1998, known for progressive real ale or cask ale, and also Salt, which is what we would consider modern craft. And the pub side of our business, the pub company, is a range of 28 bars and pubs around the north of England. Again, real diversity ranging from historic inns, Grade 2 listed inns, to city centre bars and eateries. When this all kicked off 12 months ago, we were naturally panicked, but pretty quickly as a leadership team, we got together and we just tried to adapt our business the best way as possible to the situation. The immediate priority was our people, but it's been a moving feast, so both on the brewing and pubs, we've kind of put people on furlough, taken people off furlough as and when the opportunity arises, but all with the thought of how do we kind of ensure the safety of our business and retain as many people as possible. But really the focus was split between the two brewing brands. How can we continue to brew and package and sell beer? And from the pub side, what could we do within the limits of legal regulation to keep some trade going, whether it be takeaway food or takeaway beer or delivery or click and collect. Well, one of the key highlights of the last 12 months is how we were able to focus particularly on the off-trade, or what we call the supermarket business. We've really focused on that as a sales channel and grown it pretty significantly to a national level, to the point last summer we had to expand the capacity here by 150%. So that's kind of been one of the moments that stood out of the last 12 months of being a real positive. We consider the Publican Awards like our industry Oscars. It's the top tier of awards for us. We're massively proud of our business and what we've done, but with the impact of the last 12 months, what that's kind of brought, and the work that we've seen go in from our whole team, all of our staff really kind of getting together, gritting their teeth and working to make the best out of the situation, I think would really validate that. Either way, if we win or we don't win, we're up against some fantastic businesses, and we are still really proud of what we've achieved as a brewing and pub business.
This place is Springwell Leeds, which is our new home. We started with a bar 23 years ago called North Bar, and then we gradually built our bar estate up. We've got 7 now, and then we started a brewery 5 years ago, and we moved sites and took the remarkable step of signing for this place in May last year. So we started building this place in the middle of a pandemic. Being a 22,000 square foot old tannery brought its own challenges. We started building work probably in June, July, and at one point we did have literally had a river running through here. So it was pretty dramatic, and we've come a long way this year. We've been brewing for 5 years. This place is kind of the culmination of those 5 years. We've got a range of core beers, some of which are in the supermarkets, Sputnik, Transmission, etc. We've collaborated with some of the best breweries from around the world. Mikkeller in Denmark, Verdant, Basqueland in Spain. We've collaborated with breweries from New York, from California. I think we're known for inclusivity, and it runs deep in everything we do. So this year has brought some immense challenges. There was one point when we walked into the warehouse and we saw, £150,000 worth of beer sitting there thinking, what the hell are we going to do with this? But we innovated, we changed what we did. We built a web shop. We went from zero to a business with potential £1 million a year, space of about 2 days. We started home deliveries in March last year, which has gone to be on to be an amazing business. We've changed our bars into bottle shop. We're in a very fortunate position that we haven't thrown any beer away. Everything we've made has been sold, nothing's gone out of date. So yeah, we're immensely proud of that. It's been a horrendous year on some fronts, but it's also been really good fun. I think we've all quite enjoyed the challenge, we've all enjoyed innovating and changing what we do, but it's been a strange year. If we were to win this award this year, it would mean everything. I think we've all worked incredibly hard, and some days it's been quite lonely, swimming against the tide, and I think it would be an amazing justification of all the work, or recognition of all the work that we've all done this year. We should all be immensely proud of that.
Joel's got started in 2000. We had a couple of pubs. My wife and I ran the first one. Some 20 years later, we've now got 41. The brewing part of the business started in 2010 when we opened a brewery, and the whole business changed. We started to create brewery taps, which are all about quintessential, lovely old English pubs, which is what we really like, that's our passion. And that goes hand in hand with locally brewed beer. Love the model of brew down the road, ship it to the local pub, drink it fresh as a daisy. We like old-fashioned pubs. They're full of stories and history and atmosphere. About half our estate are listed buildings, I think more than any other estate as far as we know. But one thing that was missing in our story as we were developing our pub business and we were adding pubs was we didn't have anything in the original hometown of Stone. For about 10 years we've been looking for something in our old hometown, and this is it. So we found this site just adjacent to the high street, just next door to the canal. And what we're doing here is we've built a brand new pub, bigger than anything we've ever done or tried before, right in the middle of Stone. And we're really telling the story of the brand, the brewery, and it's just connected all the dots. So it's a kind of a real pinnacle for us to do this particular project, which is why it's so big and we're spending so much time trying to get it right. When you go back a whole year and you look back at the beginning of what was about to land on us, I think we all thought it was quite short term. So we sort of dug deep and we immediately thought, well, we need to reassure all of our franchisees that we would be okay. We gave a lot of reassurance about stock because they're worried about stock and rent and costs and letting the communities down. So we spent all of that time really putting them front and centre, and I termed it trying to give them a safe harbour so they would feel reassured that as a group there's safety in numbers and we would pull together and we would get through it together. For me personally, I ended up getting COVID that week. My team pretty much had to deal with everything, and I was laid up for about 3 weeks feeling rough as you like, and they managed the whole thing with me just talking to them from my sick bed. They've just been absolutely amazing in the way, in the calmness that they've done it. We've not lost any franchisees. Nobody is throwing the towel in. They're all there, ready to go and becoming excited about getting open. With no illusions, it's going to be a hard year again, but it does feel like we can at least get trading. We're at our best when we're trading, and we're looking forward to that. Some recognition for how well we've handled it would mean a lot to me, for my team to be able to see that when the biggest questions have been asked, everybody has done whatever they possibly could to help and make a positive contribution to it. This is one award that would mean more to us, I think, this year than in previous years. So yeah, we would really like to win this.